Hey, you guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. All right, it feels like 2022. The prices just keep going up, which means in turn, we feel like we have to spend more money, but it's not always the case. Number one, remember, you need to budget. Budgeting is gonna be the key to help you take control of your money. And once you do your budget, that's really permission to spend. But when you do your budget, you may look and see, okay, there are categories that, man, we just don't use. And there's stuff that we're just not gonna buy anymore. Winston and I had this conversation, and it was a great one. So here are the 10 things that I'm not gonna be buying this year. Number one, a gym membership. Winston and I have had 2 memberships, and then you get a discount at work, so then you feel like you're getting a great deal, but it's not a great deal when you're not using it. So does he use it? Does Rachel use it? Nope. So we canceled my membership and we get that money back. I mean, I still try to do some stuff for sure, but I just love like YouTube. I don't know, I can just find things to do. I don't need to go to the gym as of now. Maybe Rachel will be fit in 2024. So we'll talk in 2 years. Number 2, memberships for family activities. So I don't know if it's just in Nashville or where you are, but there are so many areas and places and destinations for kids. So everything from like the zoo, the science center, Monkey's Treehouse, which is like a little indoor playground thing. There's like little trampoline parks around. So there's so many options to take your kids. And whenever I go to somewhere new, I feel like I get suckered in to buy a membership because I do the math and I'm like, oh, I mean, if we only go 8 times in 1 year, then for sure it's gonna pay for the membership. It's worth it, it's worth it. And I tend to say that a lot. And now that I've looked back, I'm like, I've signed up for some memberships that we only went back like 2 or 3 times last year, and we could have just paid out of pocket and it would have been cheaper. So I'm gonna relook those memberships. Number 3, I'm not gonna buy clothes and makeup just because they're on sale. I do enjoy shopping, and I do get suckered into when I see something like 40% off, I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna buy it. But I don't need it. That's the fact, Rachel, I do not need it. Now, when I do need something, then I would love to buy it on sale because it's cheaper, but I'm not going to just automatically assume when there's a sale that I'm gonna buy something. So that is one thing I'm gonna stop doing. All right, number 4, high-end or customized skincare products. I know, it's just, I don't know, you guys, it's just not my jam right now in life. 2020 was like the year of skincare for Rachel. I went in, I bought a bunch of nice stuff. I did all these peels and stuff on my face and machine. I don't know, I just did a bunch of stuff because I was like, I want to try it out and get really great skin. And it was great. I'm not mad at it at all. But in 2021, I didn't do any of that, and I just washed my face if I did that every night. And I do have a great moisturizer and sunscreen, and a few things. That's it. And so in 2022, I don't think I'm gonna continue on the high-end skincare route. My mom's probably gonna kill me and some other people in my life, but I don't know. It's just not my thing. I'm gonna save the money in 2022. All right, number 5, expensive greeting cards. So I'm not a big fan of cards these days. I mean, you're paying like $5, even $6 for a card, and that could be for Father's Day or kids' birthdays or anything like that. Construction paper folded over with a nice note is about what I do. And if we have family that's having birthdays, or some kind of celebration, I let my kids do the cards. They actually make their own cards and then just give it to the person, and it's great. So it's a lot sweeter and you save money. I'm also gonna stop buying pre-cut produce. So when you buy pre-cut fruits or vegetables, you can pay almost 40% more for just that versus getting the uncut. And I bought this chopper thing, and it has like 2 different grades, and you can put an onion, you can put anything in, bell peppers, onions, chop it, and it comes so little. I'm like, this is amazing. I can do this. All I gotta do is just chop it, and there it is, and save money. So that's one thing. And then Winston and I are starting a garden as well. So I may not even be buying a lot of produce. It's gonna be coming right out of the Cruze yard. Very excited about that. All right, number 7, brand name prescription drugs. So when you go to the doctor, and if you're sick or anything else, and they give you prescription drugs, they're gonna write you a prescription, you can actually ask for the generic version. And that generic version costs anywhere from 20 to 80% less. Lots of cash to save there. And healthcare, it's just an important one. So if you are in need of better healthcare, I want to tell you about Christian Healthcare Ministries. So it's not only budget friendly and stable, but it's flexible and built on biblical values as well. So to learn more, go to chministries.org/Rachel. Number 8, brand name items at the grocery store. So I definitely have things that I buy that are brand name, cereal and chips. Like there are some things I definitely will. But a lot of stuff, like whether it's dairy or eggs or certain produce, like all that, I will buy the store generic version because you save so much money. So sour cream, milk, eggs, all of that, cheese, all of that, I just go store brand. Number 9, I'm gonna try to spend less on Amazon. It's kind of a bad habit. I'm gonna just blame COVID. I feel like the pandemic, you can just blame anything on. And that's what I'm gonna blame them on, all my Amazon purchases. Because whenever I need something or want something, I'm just like, oh, just go to Amazon. Because it is so convenient. You have everything and it ships right to your door. But I can get the bad habit if I end up just spending more money. That immediately when I think I need something, that's straight where I go is my phone and order it. So I'm gonna just take a step back from that, evaluate, do we really, really need this thing? And I bet a lot of my purchases I don't really need. I just think I do right there for the convenience aspect. And plus, Amazon is increasing their subscription for Prime. So if you're not aware of this, I think it's like $20 more. So it went from like $119 to $139. So just be aware. And last but not least, I am not gonna spend money on subscription boxes. So I know this is like, all of this is opinion, right? This is all Rachel's opinion. So it may work for you, it may be great. But for me, I've done it from like food and beauty and clothes, like different things. And yeah, it's kind of fun getting new products or like getting a meal shipped to you that you have to cook and all that. So like, they're not all bad. But for me, and that's how I'm like, I just don't need it. I'm just gonna say no and saving money, because some of them, depending on what it is, can be very expensive. So I'm gonna nix subscription boxes and I'm not gonna use those in 2022. So I hope that helped you guys. Just think, for the year, what are some things that I don't want to waste money on anymore? And everyone's going to be different. I totally get that. But I love to hear from you guys. I love hearing people's creative things, because some people say, oh, I spend money on this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to replace it with this, and it's much cheaper. And I'm like, what? I never knew. So I want to hear from you guys. So make sure to share it with us in the comments below. Because saving money, it's a big step to helping you take control of your money and create a life you love.